Good Thursday evening, everybody, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network and our live coverage of the Netcode Brands Mighty Midget Series. I'm not sure if we're streaming to Facebook at the moment. I think we have some kind of connection issue with Facebook, which, if I'm being honest, nothing surprises me with all of these social media platforms anymore. We're going to try to work through that. See if there's something we can figure out. If we can't, just not going to have a Facebook stream tonight. We'll just do YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo, much as I hate that. But we have got 15 drivers checked in. Only a couple of rounds remain. Charlotte tonight. Fairbury rounds things out. Next week we'll be crowning the 2024A season champion. Still yet to have a sweep in this series. Waiting for that to happen. Two more chances. Looks like David Krikorian pretty quick tonight. Craig Silby right on his heels. And then Billy Barros and Bo Brandon right there behind. Don't be afraid to say hi in the chat, guys. Let us know where you're watching from. Got a favorite driver? Make sure you shout them out. If you know somebody normally watches on Facebook, you may try to message them and tell them that the Facebook feed is currently down. I am checking it live right now, and there's nothing over there. I don't know why that's doing that. It worked just fine on Monday, and it does not work today, so I will have to do some digging and searching on that. Notified yesterday that next Wednesday night, we're going to have another series. So we're going to have a full week next week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week. Tons of races for you guys. A lot of midget racing next week. Be a big race at Eldora, and then these guys closing things out at Fairbury. Do not leave. It is a double show tonight. We'll run through everything once and then run through it again with a little different format. We don't do qualifying. We random draw for the heat races in this one. Little invert action to the feature. And then the second one, qualify, lock in the top 8. Everybody else comes to us from the last chance qualifier. If we don't get more than this, we don't make it over 20, everyone will get in anyway, but still fun to do that because those guys get to try to improve their starting position in that feature out of the LCQ. So, a couple of quick shows. We know David Krikorian likes this place a lot, and he's showing that tonight. It's probably his favorite track, I think, on the schedule. We're about 5 minutes away. See Josh Cox, the only driver to not take a time at this moment. Scoville, Gerlach, Moore, Boyd, or Scott, Vincent, everybody's here. Just trying to switch to the different groups and see who is where. Ooh. Next show, Sunday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. The Mars boys back at it again. So they head to the pavement this week, I believe. Put the cars back on the asphalt. Spin them around for a little while. Monday night, Dirt Slingers back in action. They are split. Big blocks go to Lucas Oil, and I believe the UMP mods go to Lanier as they split the show. Last time they split the show for the season, last 3 races of the season for them, all at the same venue. We'll come around Tuesday night, Short Track Showdown Series back at it. Wednesday night, it's a new series. Yeah, I'm looking to see what the name of that new series is, guys. I know it's Grady Chandler and his bunch. And then it's about the 3rd or 4th round of that. They do it every other Wednesday night. Qualify guys into their big finale. So, let's get down here a little closer to the racing action. Look at Bo Brannon. Up and down. He'll have a good feature, bad feature. Good feature, bad feature. He's just kind of all over the map this season, but he stayed in contention. Stephen Moore. Bobby Yankees out here. And the Conqueror, the Kiwi Conqueror. Craig Silby out there as well. Over to the other group. You can see Billy Barros and Josh Gerlach running each other pretty tight right here. Krikorian is out there. And Mike Gebert as well. Practice session going to wind out here in about 65 seconds. It'll be time for heat race draws. Make sure you stick around for both shows. Always entertaining. Somebody that you see maybe have a bad first show usually turns things around and has a pretty good second show. What's funny is that should have been turned on a long time ago and it hasn't been. Our microphones for Around the Track were off. I don't know why. But we're getting it. We're getting it fixed up now. Oh, you know what? Probably ought to look and see. You guys have probably been chatting it up and that was turned off as well, so I haven't seen my multi-stream chat. So if you did say hi, I apologize for not saying hi back. I just did not see it. Monkey wrenches all over the place right now. But all right, qualifying has come to a abrupt halt because they skipped it. We're going straight to a 5-car. We'll have 3 5-car heats. It's going to be random draw. They put the 21 car of Garrett Boyd on the pole with the 88 of Riley Scott on his outside. Josh Cox in the 6 inside row number 2, and he'll have Bo Brannon, one of the fastest guys in the series, in the 49 on the outside of that row. And then Wayne Anelski, he's going to start on the back of this field. And looking like we are missing Josh Cox. Josh Cox did not make the call for he didn't take time in the warm-up session either. I don't, maybe having technical issues. Hey, there's old Bill. Daniel, this guy's over on the YouTube over there. Like I said before, if you guys know somebody that normally watches on Facebook and you know that, might tell them to come to YouTube or Twitch because Facebook is down right now for us. We're not able to connect. I don't know why. It's a frustrating situation. Green flag over heat number 1. Boyd's going to grab the early lead. Scott will slide into second. The battle's in here. That's going to be for the third spot. It's Bo Brandon tucked tightly down to the bottom, and Nelski's on the outside. And Brandon will have it. Looks like the short way around is going to be the way you want to go. That time, not so much as he tried to make it a little too short. Almost clipped a tire down 1 and 2 the last time for Bo Brandon. Into third, he's battling Scott for seconds. Not going to be long, I don't believe, and he is probably going to go up there and try to catch Garrett Boyd, and when he does, that might turn into a little bit of a tussle. It's going to happen a lot quicker than I think because Boyd went way wide that time, and he gave up about 10 car lengths. Brandon going to slide it in 1 and 2, and he's going to give 3 or 4 of those back. If Boyd stays out wide up here in 3 and 4, he's just giving up a lot of ground because the short way around really is fast. There's a lot of grip left right down there against that grass. Boyd, a feature winner on the series. Brandon, a multi-time feature winner in the series. Runner-up in the Points Championship last season. And like I said at the opening, he has had a very up and down season. And right now he's trying to be on the up as he comes around, leads with 2 to go. Short way around, the best way around it looks like. And Bo Brandon now has the lead. And he is going to get around here to the white flag. Heat 1, 1 lap remaining. Brandon, Boyd, Scott, Anelski. Coming out of turn 4, looks like that's how they're going to finish. Brandon wins it. Boyd second. Scott hangs on for third. Anelski rounded things out. So small field, good to start to the night for us though. As we'll get ready to go down trackside for the starting lineup in heat number 2, and it is Billy Barros, the defending series champion, on the pole in the 38 machine, and he'll have tough customer on his outside, 71 of Josh Gerlach. Row 2, another tough customer, Bobby Yankee inside. He drives the 28 car, and then multi-time winner, tried to sweep last week, didn't get the job done, come up second in the second race. Driver in the 7 car, the Kiwi Conqueror, Craig Silby. And on the back, going to be Davey Scoble in that red and white number 96. All 5 drivers made the call. Looks like Scoble's up there checking out the fluff, trying to see if there's any going to be any speed or anything up there, any traction. I think I'd stay out of there and I'd stay tucked to the bottom, at least through these heat races. Whoever can get to the bottom and hold that line, I think, has a distinct advantage. So we get ready to go to the green flag. Barros gets us started. Man, did he get him started. Looked like he might be gone. But Craig Silby going to fire off the top side of 2, pull alongside Gerlach for second, closes right in on Barros. And then loses a lot as he got in the fluff up there in 3 and 4. Now gets around Gerlach. Gerlach's trying to go too far up, I believe. I think he needs to be just a little closer to the bottom. We saw in the first heat, Brandon kept his left rear tire pretty close to the grass, and he was able to find traction and come forward. Barros, Silby, Yankee, and Scoble's working on Gerlach. Gerlach trying to go from front row to the back here, and he has done a successful job on that. We got a battle for the lead. Craig, Silby, Billy, Barros. We're going at it side by side, 1 and 2, and Barros off the top side used the momentum. And he is going to hang on to that lead, at least for the moment. We'll see if Silby goes back to the bottom here in 1 and 2, and he does not. He tries to go a little wider. I'm not sure how much grip is up there in that loose stuff. Closes into the center of 3 and 4. Car drifted wide. He lost twice what he gained. Bobby Yankee quickly closing in on Craig Silby for the second spot. And Silby losing ground to Billy Barrows here. 2 to go already in the second heat. Gerlach trying to fight back on the top side for fourth here at the back of this thing. Gets around Scoville. Now the track's starting to widen out. We may see these guys all the way to the top as we go past the white flag. And that time Silby went for it. Couldn't make the slider work. And Barrows looks like he's got this one easily in hand. She comes through the center of 3 and 4, and he wins heat 2. Silby second, Yankee third, Gerlach fourth. And Scoville rounding things out. So we're going to get ready as these guys already starting to grid out here on the front stretch for the third and final heat. It'll be the 69 of Stephen Moore on the pole, and he'll have his teammate, the 66 of David Krikorian on his outside. Kurt Vincent, 19 car, row 2 to the inside with Brett Wagner in that 98. On the outside, and joining the back of the final heat in the 81 car, that's Mike Geppert. Still waiting. There's David Krikorian, finally going to flash in there. So the pace truck will roll off, take him halfway around the track. He'll jump to the infield, and we'll get going for our final heat race in session number 1. Really? Is that what we're going to do? No, we're not. Plug-in peripherals going crazy on me. Just had to unplug it. All right. Time for the final heat. Just waiting. There goes Moore. He jumps on the throttle, and away we go. Final heat race. I thought Vincent was going to make a run there and try to take second right at the start, but that didn't materialize for him. Thought he was going to just throw caution to the wind and drive it all the way to the center of the corner there before he turned it. Krikorian able to fend him off, and now he's got the car way out of shape down on the bottom. He may give up third here. Brett Wagner winding up the 98 car way up high. We may have a battle for the lead here momentarily. Krikorian got a good run out of 2 down the back stretch. Oh, and then there's a little contact. Krikorian really had to work to check the car up. Did not hardly lose, but a car length right there. Good driving. Both drivers, they touched tires right down there in the middle of 3 and 4. And now Moore knows he's there. Good turn down the hill for Krikorian. Big drive out of the corner. Battle for the lead. The best on the track right now. Wagner got around Vincent and into third. Here comes Krikorian. He's going to try to go for the slider. I thought for sure he'd throw that all the way in there and go to the top. He did not. And that's going to keep him out of the lead. He lost about 4 car lengths there. 2 to go this time by Moore, Krikorian, Wagner, Vincent, Geppert. Final heat, session 1. And that run down the hill, he turns it down just a little bit early in 2 and in 4, and he really gets a run. This time he's not able to turn it down, but the white flag out. We'll see what he does here this time. He is going to turn the car about right there and come down the hill, and it just gets him a big run getting at the end of the straightaway. This time turns the car down, has the bite, but not enough momentum. Moore picks up the win in Heat 3. Krikorian second, Wagner, Vincent, and Geppert rounding things out. So, heat racing action now has come to a close. The driver's probably just going to get a short 3 or 4 minutes here to go out and work the track a little more, see if they can widen things out, get some more speed into it. Going to give the boys some time. Let's talk to Mike Gebhardt if he's there. Mike, you there? Mike Gebhardt, you got a copy? Hello, Mike. Maybe some technical.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is. He stayed with us. All right, man. We watched you out there in the heat. Didn't look like the track was completely worked down. These guys out here trying to work it in for the warm-up session. What do you think's going to go on in the feature here?
Just going to try and hold it together, see where we can get, hopefully move up a little bit, keep up with these guys that are just quicker than all heck.
Yeah, this is a big place, almost too big for these cars in my personal opinion. But we saw some guys make the top side work. We watched a couple of guys make the bottom side work. Where's the 81 car going to be tonight?
It seems like it's going to be a little bit all over, trying to keep up with these guys and just see what works. And there, like you said, there's a little bit of speed everywhere. It's just a matter of almost lap by lap. It feels different.
All right, man. Well, we're going to wish you good luck in the feature. Thanks for chatting with us, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you on the podium at the end of this thing.
Thank you.
Mike Gebhardt, driver of the 81 car. I know this is going to come up on the screen in a place I don't want it to. Oh, man, it didn't. I am so happy. I was so afraid that was going to pop up right in the middle of that screen right there that I didn't want it to. So a very quick look at our points. And I am seeing a 66-point advantage for the Kiwi Conqueror, Craig Silby, over driver of the 66 car, David Krikorian. Josh Gerlach is another single point behind that. Bo Brandon, 73 points back in fifth. And Billy Barros, 77 points back. Or Brandon was fourth, and Barros is fifth. My bad. So, Iron Man, we'll take a quick look at those standings. And once again, Craig Silby, he's at the top. Barros is up to second in the Ironman. Brandon third, Krikorian fourth, and Gerlach fifth. First to fifth is about 116 points. It's early, though. They do over 50 races for the Ironman throughout the year. That's not right. But early in this one, I mean, we're only just over 2 months in. They'll have about a quarter of the races in the books for that at the end of the season, and then the other couple of seasons that we run. Plus any of the special events that they're going to do. So all that counts to the season-long Ironman points in this midget series. Should be advancing any moment now. We may stay alive, or we may, and that's a very small may, try to log out and log back and see if we can pick our Facebook feed back up for show number 2. I didn't even notice if the title card changed because it wouldn't let me. Yeah, and the title cards are all wrong because it's all messed up. We'll fix them afterwards. I don't know what it was doing. Well, we may try to log out and log back in if we can get race control to give us an extra couple of minutes. But it is time to put the 15 drivers out here for our feature. And they're going to rearrange this just a little bit. Not sure how many of these rows. I do know row 4. Riley Scott, Bobby Yankee, that will be right. Row 5, Wagoner and Nanelski will be correct. The 6th row, Gerlach and Vincent, that is going to be correct. Cox and Scoville should be correct. Not sure if Josh Cox is, and actually it looks like he did grid out, so he will be there next to Davey Scoville. And then Gebhardt is tagging the back. The front is what we're not sure of. Those first 3 rows, when they roll off, they could rearrange them. Right now, it's Brandon, Barros, Moore, and Boyd, Silby, and Krikorian. But when they roll off, I'm almost certain that we are going to start to see a little bit of a shuffle here. Barros, Moore, Boyd, Silby, Krikorian, and Brannon with the shuffle. So, Barros and Moore, row 1. Boyd and Silby, row 2. Krikorian and Brannon, row 3. So, just a small shuffle in there. And defending series champ has the pole, but the points leader is going to be outside of row 2. So things are liable to get exciting.
Green, green, green.
All right, we are going to pace around. We're going to make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be. Single file. They'll double them back up the next lap around. And then it looks like it'll be showtime. For the Netcode Brands Mighty Midget Series. Ones to watch right now. 38 car. 7 car, 66 car, 49 car. We may want to watch to see if 71 car comes forward. As they get doubled up. Pole sitter controlling the field. He'll get us started out of turn 4 this time. Billy Barros on the throttle. Green flag. We are officially underway. Session number 1 from the dirt track at Charlotte for the Netcode Brands Mighty Midget Series. Barros and Moore jump out 1-2. Silby off the top side gets around Boyd for the time being. Now he's going to go 2 for 1 down here as he just powered by Moore as well. Moore gave him a little shot on that push bar on the back. But Silby having to get around. Here comes Brandon. Brandon's going to go slider 2 for 1. Was 5th, now 3rd. He went around Boyd, around Moore. Put him into the mix. For early in this one, it's a hornet's nest back there at about 5th place. Had him 4 wide, going to have him 3, almost 4 wide again. Little contact. Drivers dipping and dodging to get out of the way. Yankee got tapped there by David Krikorian. Now Krikorian trying to go 2 for 1 down here, 1 and 2. He'll get one of them to stick. Who is coming on the bottom? Is that Riley Scott? Riley Scott. The 88 car making some noise on the bottom of the track. Scott back in 8th, all the way up to 6th now. Contact. He's sideways. He gets it back underneath him. What a piece of driving right there. No one hit him. But from right here back, David Krikorian on back there, staying 2 wide, 3 wide. No cautions as of yet, as that battle behind is still raging. Anelski was the meat and the sandwich between Yankee and Moore. Now Yankee clears both drivers. He's trying to get it figured out. Bobby Yankee up to the 5th spot. Caution for the first time. It looks like Brett Wagner has crashed. Little maneuvering around Riley Scott's car. Oh, and then he just cut in a little early in Anelski, or not Anelski, I'm sorry, that was Kurt Vincent. Kurt Vincent was already there, so 360 in front of the field. We'll slow things down. Barrow, Silby, Brandon, Krikorian, Yankee, Moore, Anelski, Gerlach, Boyd, Scoville, Scott, Vincent, Cox, Gephardt, and now Wagner joining the back. So we made about 6 laps. Quick caution, they'll get the pace truck out of the way. We'll get back to green flag action. Green flag back in the air once again. Was watching that battle there for third between Brandon and Krikorian. And they are getting close, getting tight with each other. Brandon's trying to find something down low. He ran down the very bottom in his heat race and chased Boyd down and got around him. And now Yankee found something coming up the backstretch, and he just flies past Bo Brandon. Here comes a bunch of them. Anelski, Moore, Boyd and Gerlach all in this group, and they are reeling in Bo Brandon. Now Brandon goes back to the bottom. He clears Gerlach and Moore. So Brandon was up to 3rd, now falls back to 5th, and he's going to try to battle back around Bobby Yankee. Craig Silby off the top side takes the lead away from Billy Barros, and that may be prelude to what we see for the rest of the evening here. Used to seeing Craig Silby bottom feed. But here at Charlotte, he is right up against the cushion and ripping the top. And he is starting to drive away, stretch this thing out to over 0.6 of a second already. The battle is back here for second, third, and for third, fourth, and fifth, excuse me. As Brandon now rolling the bottom, trying to get third away from Krikorian. David putting up a pretty good fight on the top side. Used to seeing that 49 car running right down there low every place that he can. And he usually has a lot of success down there if he doesn't clip a tire. And that's kind of been one of the things that's happened to him many times this season is he finds the infield tractor tire a lot. Running right down there to it. This time Krikorian with that cut down gets a run, but it's not quite enough. Brandon now has 3rd. So we'll go check on the leader. It stayed the same gap. About 0.6, but we don't see that 7 car up there running right around the top. We just cracked inside halfway. Coming around, it'll be 13 to go this time. And the slider line starting to be the preferred line for your leader. Man, did he take that wide, I swear. He had his right rear up against the outside wall, but we got a caution behind. Gerlach, Boyd. And watch, oh, Gerlach clipped that. He's going to bounce and spin around, and Garrett Boyd nowhere to go. Oh, then Boyd gets hit by Josh Cox, and Brett Wagner with a nice little piece of driving to zigzag through that. So second caution. We're just inside of halfway. We'll have 13 laps to go when we take the green, session number 1. Quickie caution as they get the pace truck out of the way. We're getting ready to go back to it. Sylvie Barros, Brandon Krikorian, and Yankee are the top 5. Now they're packed back up close. What's Sylvie going to do on the start? He's going to get another good one.
Green flag, green flag.
Gaggle behind. 4th, 5th, 6th. They were spread out all over, top to bottom. Krikorian trying to run down Brandon, get himself back on the podium, and Yankee with a big run through the middle of 1 and 2. And I thought he was just going to fly right by David Krikorian, and it just did not happen. Krikorian found speed on the exit, and he does it again out of 4. This time I think Yankee's going to have him through that middle section. Had the spot going into 3 and 4. Will he have it coming out? Yes, he does. Krikorian falls back. Here comes Gerlach. Or no, I'm sorry, that's Wayne Adelski. Cars are so similar. And Adelski's found something in the middle. He is just following in Yankee's tire tracks. Krikorian's sliding. He's getting the advantage going in. He's covering that exit line on the way out. Adelski going to go a little wider, maybe cut down. Caution, caution, caution. Kurt Vincent, Josh Gerlach look like they've gotten into each other. Right up against the fence there in 3 and 4. Will they get too close in 1 and 2? Oh, he got too close down the front stretch, and he didn't leave Gerlach any room to do much of nothing. So a big brush of the fence there. And we'll get another restart down here with about 8 to go. Should come out the next time, I think, if they get the quickie cautions. And they've been doing a good job of staying on top of that. Sylvie Barros, Brandon, Yankee, Krikorian, still the top 5. Anelski, Scoville, Scott, Boyd, Moore, Cox, Wagoner, Gebhardt, Gerlach, and Vincent. Everybody's still on the track. Everybody's still on the lead lap. Pace truck out of the way, ready to go back to green. Craig Silby looking for the loud pedal. He finds it. Another good start. And I'll tell you what, Bo Brandon just about had Silby timed up, and he had to really jump back off the throttle to not pass Barros before we got to the start-finish line. But he finds speed off the bottom. Oh, car way out of shit. That's Bobby Yankee. Finds the infield. We are going to stay green. But Brandon had a big run down the backstretch, and I thought he was going to go right by Billy Barros with that drive that he had off the bottom of 2. And the car just stalled out right down here in 3 and 4. It does it once again. Krikorian running way up top. It's the longest possible way around the speedway. And I don't think he's going to catch Bo Brandon. We're coming down to the wave lap this time. 5 to go. Silby, 3/4 of a second out in front of Billy Barros. Scoville thought about the slider, didn't close the door on Krikorian. Will he do it this time? Krikorian could see that probably was going to happen. He cut the car down a little early. And he is going to maintain that spot. And he's going to run the big slider line. And he'll take back of that 4th position. 3 to go, Silby. And the gap closes. 10th and a half chopped off in the last 2 laps. Lap times almost identical. Barros was a 10th quicker the last time out. See where he's at this time. He charged down another 3/10. And he was exactly 3/10 quicker the last lap. With a lap and a half to go, can Billy Barros find enough to get past the 7? White flag coming out this time. Battle is at the front, and Silby has changed his line. He went slider 3 and 4. Now slider 1 and 2. He'll go back to the slider in 3 and 4. And the Kiwi Conqueror going to pick up feature number 1 tonight. Barrow second, Brandon third, Krikorian and Scoble fourth and fifth. And we'll talk to driver 49 as soon as we get a moment. And we know Sylvie will join us here shortly, so let's get this going. Bo Brandon, got a copy?
I do. How you doing, Roger?
I'm doing pretty good. I got a few technical glitches tonight, but we'll work those out. I'm not overly concerned about that. We talked at the opening, I did, about the up and down season for the 49 car so far. Well, it looks like we're going to start tonight up. So there's not too many more places you can go with the second feature, but third place in the first one, that's got to start tonight off pretty fair for you.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not good here. So to be honest, I didn't even think I was getting 2 top 5s tonight. So that's been my goal coming into tonight. I'm pretty pleased with third. I might have had something for Billy, but about lap 4, I think I broke a left front shock of some sort, I hit an infield tire, and from then on I just couldn't run the top at all. So I was pretty well married to the bottom there, and I guess it worked out. There must not have been a lot of other guys down there because it stayed decently juiced up, and it was a rough ride, especially going through 3 and 4. It was a little ruddy, a little bumpy, and it was really tough to set the car in and not lose it. So third place after that kind of start at a track that I'm garbage at, it feels really good. So yeah, I hope to repeat for the next one.
Well, I was going to say, if you're looking for 2 top 5s, at least half the mission is accomplished already. And in the second one, well, I mean, like I said, you only got a couple more steps to go up. But if you can pull off another one, that should be pretty satisfying. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you start getting ready for session 2.
Yeah, thanks to Variix.com for all your e-commerce needs. I'd like to thank my wife, who's back in town this week. My parents who are watching. Roger, I want to thank you and the Dirt Racing Network for making us look good. And yeah, that'll do it. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and good luck in session number 2.
Thanks.
Bo Brandon finishing third there in that 49 car. Now let's get the defending series champ, and he had the lead for a while. Billy Barros, that guy went and did it again.
Yeah, that's what that 7 car does, huh? I wasn't too surprised when I saw him stick his nose underneath there, and we had a pretty fun slider battle for halfway through the race there.
Yeah, and you had a chance there with the restart with about 7 or 8 to go, and man, he kind of jumped out on you guys, and then the reeling him in right at the very end. A couple more laps, you think you got a chance to take him?
It was tricky. Bo did such a good job keeping the pressure on. I mean, he and I were having so much fun behind Craig, and Craig was just getting away up front. And yeah, on that last restart, I started running a little bit of a slider line, just changed my entries a little bit and started reeling him in. And then with 3 to go, I was like, man, if he does that top line one more time, I got him. And then right then he switched to the slider line right in front of me. So I just had nothing for him. Follow the leader after that.
Well, starting off with a second place in session 1, and we're coming right back here again. Maybe expect a little bit different track, but at least a similar result expected in session 2?
I'm hoping so. We'll see if I can do something about that 7 car one of these times.
All right, man, give me some shout-outs before we let you get out of here.
Yeah, thanks, Roger. Thank you for covering us as always. Always appreciate the streams. Thanks to Josh and Robert for putting this together, and congratulations to Craig and Bo for finishing up on the podium with me.
All right, man, thanks for chatting with us, and good luck in session 2, buddy.
Thank you.
Billy Barros finishing in second, and now he's been a bridesmaid I don't know how many times this season, but he's kind of gotten on a bit of a hot streak here, and all that consistency has paid off. Huge points lead. Craig Silby, great run tonight, man. You kind of got away from these guys.
Yeah, thanks very much, Roger. Yeah, that was kind of weird out front. You just didn't know where to be, and yeah, I think I might have blown the tires off the thing trying to get away from Billy because he caught me right up there.
Yeah, it looked like once you got around him, you kind of went away, and you kind of drove away from them, and then they kind of came back to you late in this one, and you changed your line, and it kind of saved you, it seemed like.
Yeah, well, that's what happened. It just goes to show you the slightest difference in line, and you're several tenths different a lap. Like the last couple of laps, I decided to go right up and just stay up the top, because I thought the middle might be blowing off, and boom, there he was. It's like, oh, so I tried to come back down, hoping he wasn't right there.
Well, an awesome run, man. Session 2, we going to try to sweep again here? Do you think you got something for these guys?
Oh, there's been no sweeps so far, so let's give that a good hard crack. And yeah, I'm gonna try. Bo showed that the bottom was probably the fastest early on in the heats, and but it's just too treacherous around there with those big bad tires.
All right, man. Give me some shout outs and thank yous before I let you head out tonight.
Thanks to the Digital Sim Sports Network for putting this online, and can't wait to see this footage. And thanks to Netcode Esports, netcodeshop.com, and all the drivers for showing up and racing hard. Looking forward to the next one. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks for chatting with us, and good luck in Session 2, buddy. Craig Silby picking up the win. Guys, I don't know if you heard any of those interviews because I just noticed that the voice meter wasn't moving on those. Man, this is just getting a little old for me. It's just frustrating. We may just trash can this whole mixer thing and go back to the normal way of doing things. But either way, let's take a quick look at our results. I didn't even do. I don't know what that is. All right. Silby, Barros, and Brandon 1, 2, 3. Kokorian in 4th. Scoville 5th. Anelski 6th. Boyd 7. Scott was 8th. 9th to Cox. Gerlach 10th. Wagner 11th. Moore 12th. 13th was Kurt Vincent. Keppard 14th, and Yankee rounding things out. He just spun out and got in the infield, and then he was way behind after that. So I don't know what's going on here. This is driving me crazy. That's going to do it for Session 1, guys. I am going to log off. I am going to try to restart everything for the 4th time tonight and see if I can get all this stuff to work again. Hopefully we can fix all of the weirdness that is going on in here. And we can start making all of this work again. Otherwise, I am going to have to just trash can the whole thing over the weekend and start over for Sunday. But I appreciate you guys being here. Don't go away too far. Check back in a couple of minutes. We're going to be right back to it. But I appreciate everybody being here. If you